Today on the show, we have Amritpal Singh Gadhoke. You will be more than surprised the passion which he comes out with when he's talking about growth, expansion, and success. Welcome to the show, Talkex, Ordinary to Extraordinary. My name is Rohit Bassi, your host. Thank you, Amrit, for being at Talkex. Truly appreciate you taking the time out for being here. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, my honor.
Okay.
It's anything to do for you. I have very high regards for you.
Thank you so much.
It gives me great pleasure because our journey somewhere started 10 years ago together. So I have very high regards. I've seen you growth, and what an honor for me to be on your platform.
Thank you very much. So I'm going to straight away go into it. So I reconnected with you last year, and you sent me an email, and it said Passion Singh. I looked at it and I was like, wow. It literally, my reaction was wow. And I literally connected a couple of my friends and the people in different business. I said, look at this man. He's written Passion Singh. And they were like, they were blown over by what they saw. Just saying Passion Singh. Why Passion Singh? Why have you decided to call yourself Passion Singh?
Okay, so it goes back long, it's a very funny and old thing. So, it was one of those weekends in India. So those times there's no WhatsApp, nothing. I used to drive sales on SMS.
Okay.
So I have my team, so I was marketing manager or deputy marketing manager in McDonald's. So I would drive sales on Wednesday, and one fine day I just wrote one random message to all my team members, my seniors, my mentors whom I look up to, and I had just written the message to them: if one thing you have to steal from me, what will be that? And the unanimous answer from all my biggies to all my junior, everyone, I would have sent to many people in McDonald's, right? So they all send me passion.
Okay.
So that one word came in. In fact, when I joined in McDonald's in 2000, everybody talked to me about that. You're very passionate. You're passionate. I would never understand what passion means that time. Okay, but this is what I'm talking about is 2003, 2004. Then obviously when I was in Dubai, when I was in Saudi, I was working for Baskin Robbins, and one of my co-colleague here would always call me as Passion Singh, something like that. So when I wanted to do something of my own self, I was meditating. I could not get any names. I would talk to many people. I was not happy about things that come here. One fine day, I was just meditating it, and it flashed to me as Passion Singh. I just went to Google and I just saw is the domain available. It was available. I registered it.
Awesome.
So I thought this was unanimous. Everything happened seamlessly. Maybe it was maybe 5 or 5:30 in the morning, and it just flashed me that Passion Singh is the name I want to go with. I just came in the morning. Imagine 5:30 somebody searching a Google name and your domain name, and you're trying to register it. That's how it started.
Now, which is very true. You do come across with a lot of passion. Every interaction which I've ever had with you, high on passion, high on energy. You spoke about McDonald's. I want to specifically talk about that is because you're very well known in the McDonald's world, and it's because of the way passion is one thing, is the way you actually went out marketing McDonald's. So I want to know the story behind this for my listeners.
I would say that McDonald's is a very structured company. It's the most process-oriented company I have come across, and I have very high regards for that. Whatever I am today, I gave a lot of to McDonald's. But the reason, because I have done most of the non-conventional stuff. I was very passionate on whatever I wanted to do. So, I feel pretty like, I was one of the founding member of making home delivery into reality when the whole world was against it, including McDonald's Corporation. Nobody believed in this concept in 2003. Today it's a $1 billion business plus, and everyone talks about it. And today, in the last 10 years, if you look in the food industry, everyone talks delivery. But I'm talking about those days when nobody believed in it. But there was a different thought process of doing that. Then whether I was opening some stores, opening city launches, I have done some of the unconventional stuff.
Give me one example of unconventional stuff you did with McDonald's.
There are many, I can't just say that. So, IPL is one of the things which I would say that. So, IPL was one of my favorite claim to fame. Then, opening city launches, I have done, many have done that. So, I can recollect one of my, normally when I open cities for McDonald's. So, I have never opened one city twice, but Chennai was a city which I opened twice.
Okay.
So, there was a time in 2008, I think so. 2008, 2009, yeah. So the entire outdoor was banned in Chennai. There was no outdoor ban in Chennai. And 2008, Times of India had launched. So they had taken, so when I opened McDonald's at Senders Park in 2008, that time entire outdoor were taken by Times of India. When I was asked to open the Chennai again 2009, it was a store in Anna Nagar. And that time outdoors were not available. So the most unconventional I did is, everyone would have gone and tied up with Hindu. I had went and tied up with Times of India. So in Chennai, where Hindu is a leader, you are going and talking Times of India and taking 5 full page, back page ads. That was one stuff. Then I had taken an inflate, which is the 32-foot roll inflate.
That's the story I was waiting for.
There is exactly to Ananagar Roundtana, there is a building there. On top of the building, I put the 32-foot roll inflate. Nobody believed it's possible. I had some very good team member in Chennai who helped me execute it. And we created that. So that itself became a landmark. In fact, till date, that time, internet or media, social media, not there, but if you still go there on Google and you search for Anna Nagar Roundtana McDonald's opening, you'll see the 32-inch roll inflate.
Wow.
And in fact, after that, many outdoor people came in and they told me, "Sir, you have given us hope to do business." But the outdoor guys who wanted to believe in the business could not believe in, I could do that.
So your passion trickling into other people.
So in fact, people get stuck towards language. I know it was the last night before the opening, and I had to do some activity. I can't just say whatever activity we want to do that. And I'm talking to someone who understands only Tamil, and who doesn't know Tamil, and I'm talking it because the emotion connected so well. He understood what I was trying to convey. Though my team member who was standing next to me was worried. He didn't believe it's going to happen. In fact, he didn't tell me that. But after opening, it was very successful. So after a couple of months, he told me, "Amrit, I want to confess something." I said, "What?" "Amrit, that night when you're briefing those guys about this project, I was very scared. This may not happen. But I didn't have guts to tell you. But how you communicate to them, how you do it, it's something your passion has worked out to it."
Wow. So let's fast forward.
Yeah.
McDonald's, you were in McDonald's, and then you were in Baskin Robbins, and that was specifically in Saudi. How come the move from India to Saudi? What made you do that?
Again, funny stories. The stories are pretty funny.
We like fun over here.
So, when I was doing this exercise with McDonald's opening, so somebody refused to meet me on my title because my title was regional manager, regional marketing manager, not a country marketing manager. So anyhow, we had a fantastic, successful opening in Chennai, and relationship till there is good. But that was somewhere running in my mind. So one day I was driving I was driving back. I still remember that this was Andheri side, and I got a call from someone. There's a role for country manager. I just said yes. I just said yes, and the interview happened at Taj Lansdowne in Bandra. It's my most favorite place, and the whole interview process was super good. And I just came home and said that I'm going Saudi. So my father was very violent. He didn't believe. He was not happy. He said that you've got a chance to go to US, chance to go to Australia, but you're choosing Saudi Arabia. Somehow I felt I want to go there, and probably when I was leaving McDonald's India, I never thought I will be able to do such kind of work. But I'm very grateful, and thanks to God Almighty that probably I had one of the best experience in Saudi Arabia. Me being a Sardar, I was fortunate to open around 200 stores in 5 years. I don't think there's anybody on this planet who has opened 200 stores in between 2010 and 2015 in single country. And not just opening stores, doubling the sales and 2.25 times of profit.
And this is for Baskin
Robbins, yeah.
in Saudi
Arabia,
where things were just going smoothly for them.
So they were obviously the company's 20. When I joined, the company was 28 years old. So it's like, suppose if I give you nut and bolt and you put it under the ground for 28 years, and after 28 days you try to remove it, it'll be rusted.
Yes.
You will not able to open it. So not only I removed that nut and bolt, I unwinded it, lubricated it, made a fresh winding thing for the future. So it's not just opening 200 stores. The handover which I have given is around 200 stores operated. So total I was running 427 stores. 31 sites that time was as my handover was under construction, and 67 sites signed. So until 2 years of my leaving them, they're still doing the work which I had left over there.
As I'm listening to you, a couple of words come into my mind: growth, expansion, success, and obviously passion being the top word, but growth, expansion, success seem to be a very core part of you. What is the reason behind this?
So what you are saying, those are the outcomes. Okay, but my core ingredient was always people. Whatever I was able to achieve, whether the days in McDonald's or here, was purely through people leadership. I think so that was something, because I'm passionate about people. Because see, I believe my customers are people, my employers are people, my vendors are people, everyone is all stakeholder people, right? So human being is more important, I think. So my passion also comes back not because of delivery, it's maybe because of a people centric what I am. So I'm because I believe, see there are two kind of things if you figure it out, okay? One is the animal part, one is human being, right? So suppose if there is a loaf of meat and if there are two animals, they'll all fight for it, right? But as human being, we can share.
Yes.
Right? So whatever is in my capacity, I can share, whether it's my knowledge, my able to give them life. So, most people, when you're handling team, okay, and when you're leading up positions, they don't even know what a CEO means or what a country manager means. The team has come back, they have come back so that they get their salaries on time, they get growth, so human beings are always craving for three things. They want intellectual growth, they want emotional growth, and they want material growth. If you just give them intellectual growth, they will leave you. If you give them only material growth, they will leave you. If you give them only emotional growth, they will leave you. If you give them balance of three, they will never leave you. They will outperform for you. As a leader and managing 400, 500 stores, I'm not scooping for 400 stores, right?
Yeah.
It's the team who is doing it.
Yes.
People fail in execution. Whether you're opening a city, you're launching a project, whatever you're doing, your execution is the key, right? Who are executing? People, right? So if you can't get them with you, they won't execute for you. Then every human being, see, in nature, if you go in nature and see, in the animal world, there is either hunger or security. There is nothing called intellectual growth.
Yeah.
Right? So human beings need intellectual growth as well. So if you can give them development, if you can teach them, if they like it. So everyone when they come back and work for another country, they all have 10,000 baggages. How do you hack someone's mind and he works for you with the same passion that we want to execute? How will that happen? That will not happen through fear. Extraordinary work doesn't come because of fear. It comes from compassion. I told you, if you can deliver the energies to your team, we'll figure it out. See, most of the leaders, if you meet, if you walk into the room, do you feel energized or do you feel sucked out? If you walk into someone's room and you feel energized, people are going to fall for you. But if you go to someone's room and you feel you've been sucked out, you're not going to. So maybe whatever I could do, I can tell you some other amazing experiences. So I would always have my launch shows, in 5 stars.
Yep.
Pure simple reason is I expect my team member to deliver 5-star service. He should know what 5-star is.
Should experience it.
So I was the first revolution who every launch meet I would do in a 5-star. So I would get a lot of people saying, what are you doing? Why are you spending money? I said, boss, and all those see, one of the things, I have made more profits by spending more. In my entire life, whenever I've delivered extraordinary growth is by spending more and getting more growth. So that's how I've done it. Most people, what will do, they will say, okay, sales is not under control, cost is under control, so only tweaking the cost. So you'll always have marginal return. But when you want to do exponential stuff, without people, you can't do it. Without energizing people, you can't do it. Without developing people, you can't do it. Without motivating them, you can't do it. Saudi is people have different connotation, but it's a beautiful market to work for. Execution is the key. And if you get a team along with you, I'm telling you, I would have 20 nationalities working with us. And when I would speak, most of the Saudis or most of the other, everyone listen to me because I would somewhere connect to them. So if you cannot connect with people, you cannot scale up. So your growth, expansion scale, without people, you won't able to succeed.
Beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to come back to this people part again one more time. Before we go that, from Saudi, you came to the UAE, if I'm not mistaken. And I recall when I reconnected with you last year, and we were at Bistro, and I saw an amazing thing as we entered the place. Your staff or the employees, the team was so happy to see you. In fact, I saw some of them hugging you as well, and you were more than happy to do that. What did you do with the staff?
It's been over 11 years I left McDonald's. Still, people recollect me for my whatever I've done, whether it's the management to my team members, whoever they are. Still, they were my ex-team members. They call me boss. The bosses, they still remember that, and then till Saudi, whatever it is. So I just say being yourself, and probably they could see my sincerity more than anything else. They would find me, as a leader, or you're always in a situation whether are you exploiting people or are you developing people. with whatever knowledge or whatever consciousness I have, I have always make sure that I'm always on the taken care side, never on the exploited side. Within my mind, there is always a divide going on. Am I exploiting or am I caretaking? So seva is something which is my core thing, which I say at the end of the day, we all come from a very humble background. So seva is the way of my life. Whatever I do. So I always believe that if you keep that thing in mind, if you're a caretaker, you will be taken care of.
Okay.
So that's the only philosophers will do that. And whatever you can develop people, nobody gives them belief. See, we all have immense potential. We all individuals have amazing potential we don't know. You always need some third party to come and realize you, either the situation or someone. If you can help someone develop, during this journey, actually found purpose of my life is enable people to grow constantly. If I meet anyone also 5 minutes, if I can help him grow, I think I've done my job. That's my purpose of life. If you see my signature on the mail, it's always enable people to grow constantly, not one-offly. Even if I talk for someone 5 minutes, I should be able to grow him. So that's whatever I've learned, I love to pass it on. That's it.
Let's look at your life in the UAE, or from a work perspective. I still recall, I met you in Saudi the very first time. This was in Baskin. But fast forward, you were in the UAE, and I still recall, I was driving down Sheikh Zayed Road, and I see this massive board display, the company's display, and I've never seen it. And an LCD display, I think it is, a massive one. I don't even know what the size, but it stood out. And you were the man behind bringing that out for the company you worked for over here. Tell us what happened.
So I always want to larger than life stuff. That's something which crazes me. And all my life, I've always come across in my 25 years of career, people will say this cannot be done. That actually excites me. That gives me amazing energy. When everyone said it can be done, I may not be excited. I cannot.
Now the passion comes out.
So when I was hired by the company here, and probably they want to revive it, and whatever it was, I was very much sure that it is not adding the image to the brand, and probably whatever it was not what it should have been. So I had some vision in mind, and I said I'll execute this. Because nobody believed. So which is very normal for me. It is pretty very normal for me that this won't happen. So I'm used to it since my 25 years of at every stage. It's not that I have every stage of my life I've heard that. So I just enjoy that. So I knew what I was doing. I believed in my execution. I was going to do top class stuff. I was not going to do media stuff. So what happened is when I was here and when I would go and pitch to the malls or the developers, nobody will give me any store space to do this. I still there are certain people I want to thank them for trusting me and giving me that location. So it's not that easy that people do it. That time I only had a concept idea. Nothing was in paper. I had not even crafted it. So I first went and signed this 4,000 square feet box, where we were not even short, where we were having a 25 square feet box, and you straight away go and sign 4,000 square feet box. It was a big whole level. I did it. I created the concept around it. The concept came out fantastically. So I have to give the credit to the designers. So they were the first, but I would have briefed more than 20-25 designers. Most of them, what I come across, they were just trying to fleece money from me. Instead of giving a passionate brief, they could not even connect it. The one person whom I gave the brief, he was not least interested, but somehow when I was giving the brief, he connected with me and what he delivered. Though the first, many things were not right, but the first thing, the main facade was very important for me. Because I really want to do out, because in Sheikh Zayed Road, those days, there was hardly any beautiful store on that road. I know I am writing my name on the Sheikh Zayed Road, it has to come out very nice. And probably I hats off to them, execute what I wanted. Then we crafted a back, we worked on the food, worked on the menu, wanted to do top notch in everything. There was no second thought about it. So I was very clear that I really want to stand out. That was very clear that it should be top notch, it should complement the brand name. Whatever I am going to do, it should really complement the brand name. So that's how it happened. It took me enough time to convince everyone. Nobody believed. Nobody believed that we could sell coffee. Nobody believed that we could sell food. Nobody believed it. But today's story is different. But you stick your foot. It was not easy. I had to hold on to it. It was not easy. So I was being it was too difficult to make it happen, because there were times where my vendors didn't believe in. So a time came where it was losing. How I have to get everyone together and bring it final. And probably today feels most satisfaction thing of my life. And I would always thank till my last breath to the owners for allowing me to build this against their wish. So something great about that.
It's interesting you talk about that, and I remember you telling me, people see this wonderful store over there with a wonderful facade. There was a lot of pain to just get that up and running. There was, I mean, the way you told me a story, you were persistent. You were persistent, literally with every entity involved in getting that thing up and running. Where did you get the energy to do that? Because I would know a lot of people would just give up.
So again, this comes across to one of my belief system. You know, I always believe dreams are the most powerful energy. So I'm a very big visualizer. I'm a very good in visualization, and entire my visualization gives me the power. The entire powers I get from there. So I always believe dreams are the most. In fact, when if somebody visits my timeline or something, I had written when the facade was coming up, I said dreams are the most powerful energies on this planet, and I believe that. So I'm a big dreamer. I'm a big visualizer. More than a dreamer, I'm a big visualizer. I love to see things happening. So if somebody, I had actually perfectly visualized this the way it should happen. So maybe my power of visualization is too strong. So maybe it could be any marketing program I have done or anything what I've done, anything I've done in my last 25 years. I have just visualized it is happening as it is.
Okay.
So maybe it's my power of visualization which makes it happen.
There's one thing which you do, I mean, obviously this is your work which you've been doing for such a long time, but there's something else you have a strong passion for. And I can just see you, just suddenly the eyes, everything is just changing.
So it all goes hand in hand. So markets are my biggest. In fact, what my next till I survive, till my last breath, what I want to do is I want to be in these equity markets. So I've been in markets. So my first people think I've just started new, but I am in market for the last 20-25 years, not now. So my first job was in 1984 was in Bombay Stock Exchange. I've been very privileged that I could get a chance to work under MG Damani. He used to be last time the president of Bombay Stock Exchange, and he was hand chosen to clean the system. Probably he had given me amazing values. He said that people come into this market with a gambling approach. If you come with a business approach, this is the best place to be. So I learned the entire market. Those times there were physical markets, so physical hand delivery, bad dates. So I would have again done. I think there is a time where I understood I could do the most complex things. I was not even 18 years, I was 16, 17 years. Okay, so it's a very fun story how I started there. If I start talking, it might take 2 hours, but I'll tell you some big crux on it. So those days there used to be patawat, there's like bad delivery in patawat. So basically, what will happen is suppose you have sold the share, we have sold the share, the signatures won't tally or some bad delivery will happen. So most people won't do that. Those things I used to get. I would go and solve. That time I understood my persistence power, how I would get things done.
Okay.
So at that, when I would come back, the people who are 30 years, 60, 20 years, and he's a 16-year-old kid, he's getting done. So I would get that kick from there, So then a time came in, bad delivery is Sonu, that my nickname is Sonu, so everyone would call me Sonu there. So they would say that Sonu ko dete hain, ye karke aa jayega. So I would feel great about that. So that's how it all started. I learned the market, and then probably I saw from a physical delivery to Bolt and then to online. So I've been part of that, and then suddenly my college told me, better you come to college or else you're in trouble. So I had to leave that, but market was always with me. It was my childhood dream. So I'm very lucky. I've been very lucky and very fortunate all my life that I could do whatever I loved. I had a fantastic 10 years of McDonalds. I had fantastic 5.5 years of Baskin Robbins, and last 5 has been fantastic. And now I'm living my childhood dream. That's how I created. So probably this is my next journey which I want to do. My aspirations, I've crafted as a very beautiful model. So it's again my entire 25 years of P&L management and P&L understanding has helped me to craft my strategies at the end of the day. And at the end of the day is everything you talk about is only psychology. It's everything is human. People will think markets is, but markets is maths and psychology. Everything revolves around psychology and human beings. Because at the end, everywhere you are interacting with people, people will have certain set of emotions. And that's what you try to decode it, and you try to make business out of it. Whatever we are here around, it's all about whatever we do, whether it's shopping, it's retailing, whatever. We all are trying to capitalize on certain emotions. Same thing, markets have two fantastic emotions, greed and fear. I try to make money between them.
So you've been doing the market trading for quite a long time, like you said, over 25 years of experience. I know, and I'm not going to go too much into this, but this is for our listeners from a viewer's perspective. People go into this thinking they'll be a millionaire literally within, let's say, a year. and they fail miserably. What is your thoughts or your recommendation to people who want to go down this industry or want to enter it? What would you say to them?
Anything you do, first you categorize that, people who come with this thought you can make money million, that's going to happen. It's a business, and every business has certain ROI, right? So majority of the businesses will deliver you any between 2 to 9% of profits. If you're in a manufacturing business, your margins are even less, but you have very high capex to be there. If you're in a restaurant business, you have a very high capex as well as you have very big labor cost. Your margins are at the end are 8 to 9%, something which you operate at, not more than that. This is one business with zero capex. You can easily deliver double-digit return. Point what happens is people want to make it 100%, 200%, 5%. That doesn't happen. This is not a gambling den. If you work with the gambling den approach, you will lose the money. Market will take away your money. 90% people lose money in the markets. They lose in the money in the market because of this greed. If you come with the market with making sure that you want to make 12 to 15% return, you will never lose money. I'm talking 12 to 15 in dollar terms. If you come with that kind of approach, you will never lose money. But if you want to make overnight success, somebody would have made, I don't know, I've not seen anyone yet, on a longer time. So it's about how big corpus you have to manage. If you are trying to target, abnormal return, you will lose money. When you come in a market, people lose money in the market because they don't want to lose money. People lose money in the market because they don't want to lose money. But if you come with a business-centric approach, that if I can get 8 to 10 to 12% return without zero capex, that's the best return. The point is, because of this greed is where people go out. So I have defined strategy in why I have just cut the greed out. I have to only manage fear. For managing fear, I have my golden words. I just do that. It's purely your meditation, your margin management, your position sizing. That's what I do. Okay. So purely that's how we manage, and I have very realistic my approach. After with this managing P&Ls for last 25 years, I understood what the bottom line is, how painful it is to get a bottom line. So if you can get a capex less business and delivers you 8 to 10 profit, 8 to 2% ROI, it's fantastic. It's all about how you're scaling yourself, your strategy to manage big corpus. The bigger you manage, the better it is.
The question which comes to mind is, you've got so much rich experience. Have you experienced failure? And if so, how did you manage it?
In 25 years, I would have faced more failure than success.
I'm glad you said that.
I have definitely. So every rejection was my first failure only. Every rejection. So I can just touch back to a home delivery project only. Okay. So I had worked on that project from scratch. Okay. And I had worked it. I was very clear to launch it, everything getting together. And before the launch, the project was taken away from me and given to someone else.
Oh.
Okay. It was a disaster to take it to me, and but I had faith in God, and obviously because I knew it was not that easy project. So after 1 year, the project came back to me. So every failure is so every time when I have failed, I have risen much more higher. So it's like a bounce. So if whatever success people see, maybe 10 times more I would have failed and then come bounce back. So, but it's again believing in yourself and probably sticking to yourself is something which has always helped me out. So as you said, persistency is one of the. If you ask me more than the next people talk about my passion, but because of my persistency, my passion has worked. Or maybe persistency or being persistent or being passionate, both have gone hand in hand and make things reality. So it's not that I have failed any number of times. My failures are much more than my successes. But every time my failure has given me much more higher successes.
So I'm going to close the interview, and we started with Passion Singh, and we're going to end in Passion Singh. And I'm going to ask you a very simple question: is for people or for individuals who have no passion or they lack passion, what would you recommend, suggest they could do just to bring that passion, that drive in them? What possibly could they do?
See, everyone will have to find his own passion. Okay. I told you we are 7 billion people on this planet, and we all 7 billion people we are unique people, and probably there is a unique ability. What will trigger? You can't say that. It's what people see. I think so. Everyone is passionate something or the other. Somebody will be passionate. Somebody is passionate for sleeping. It's not that. So everyone is passionate about something. What happened is people start judging you from your successes, what you have created. Okay, that's what I said. Everyone or every human case is passionate about something. Okay, some would take it out, some would not able to take it out. So people, those who make passionate videos, they are passionate about that. There are some people who are not comfortable. I would say sometimes people are more shy to come out of, or that could be one of the reasons. Maybe eventually everyone would be passionate. A mother is definitely passionate about taking care of his child. A child is equally passionate about his mother for his love. So the passion you will see everywhere. It depends what your eyes want to see. I believe everyone is passionate and everyone experiences passion in some time of his life. There are some who want to make their way of life, it's very different, but that gives them the identity. But everyone is passionate. It's the respect and the love which will make the difference, not the fear.
Okay.
The respect and the love. If I will tell you again, sorry to say, I just want to add one thing of my one of my experiences. What energy you pass on. If there is a group of people passionate people, suddenly you will find, so somehow those energies needs to come across, and you will someday or the other feel that part. You'll discover that.
Thank you, Amrit. Truly, truly appreciate you being over here. Without a doubt, truly, you are Passion Singh.
Thank you. It's my honor. Thank you very, very much. Pleasure to be on it. I hope whatever I said is purely from my experiences and things. I hope not to offend to anyone, but probably whatever I was as what I could contribute, I have done that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for hosting me. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure, Rohit. Wish you all the best and all the success to Talkex.
Thank you.